the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, recently said that Mr. Peter Obi cannot solve the crisis in Labour Party. That how do we even trust him to be able to handle issues like security issues like Boko Haram? How do you respond to that? And those that say, you know, his constant criticism of the policies, the market in Nigeria.
How can we be talking about Akpabio's views? Akpabio he has to face Natasha. He has issues. Akpabio has said he's ready to do anything the president says. He has told us where he stands. We are the Nigerian people, for crying out. We are obedient. We want our country to be upright in the Committee of Nations. We have a Senate president who is not talking about checking the foreign ministries, foreign embassies if they've paid salaries. We should leave these guys in the National Assembly. Let us continue to look at how we can get our country right. We're not going to allow politicians rule us any longer. We will take the system. We've collected the system and we have it imbibed in the obedience structures. You know Dr. Tanko Inusa. You know the obedient general in the Southeast. You know most of us in the North. We are no longer going to allow politicians to do what they did in 2023. We will be ready for them. Let Mr. Peter Obi tell us where we are headed. That's what we are waiting for.
Guys, how many of you know that his former Vice President of Nigeria, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, has made up his mind to work with Peter Obi? He even went as far as saying that Peter Obi, he has all it takes to repair the country. Please ignore that rumor, you know, that some persons are peddling that Punch took up. You understand? It was orchestrated from the camp of those causing confusion in all the political parties in Nigeria. That's the APC camp. I'm not telling you now, you're going to watch this video. Please watch it to the end. Atiku, right, is ready to cooperate to use Peter Obi to actualize the dream he couldn't achieve. You understand? Because I was made to understand that he himself is aware that if he runs now, he's going to fail again, woefully, because it's the turn of the SAT. Please, the person you're about to listen to is one of the leader of obedient movement working directly with Peter Obi. Please like and share this video in order to, you know, to counter the false information that was taken by Punch the previous day.
Good morning to you. Good morning.
Now, Honorable Azomchino, good morning. When you saw that news of possible VP slot being offered to His Excellency Peter Obi, how did you react? I see you're smiling.
I always say you hardly see where a towing van is being towed. Or have you seen one recently in Nigeria? A towing van being towed by another vehicle. Have you seen that recently? Did you hear what I said?
Yes, very rare. We haven't seen that.
When last did you see a towing van being towed by another vehicle? It's just a question.
Not at all.
You hardly see that. Yeah. So don't ask me about Peter Obi and Atiku. Atiku is a retired stakeholder. He's an elder statesman. Obi is a son he has that has everything. He has all the weapons to solve the problems of Nigeria. I'm shocked that I'm still hearing this narrative. We have to go straight to the issues. Atiku is going to support Obi, and Obi will be president to actualize those dreams he has. What? We've said this before. I saw some news in the obedient chat room where we didn't give it any, because I know Peter Obi will not even dare tell obedience. I don't know where people are getting this news from, if I may say.
I have two questions in response to what we've said, but I'll start with one first. Where do you think that this news must have generated from?
I think some mischievous people. We know them. We know those who would have brought out this news, but the news is not going anywhere. It's dead on arrival.
So are they from the camp of
today?
When you say
as at today, ma.
Okay.
As at today, the governor of Borno State is warning all of us. that the terrorists are regrouping in the Mandara Hills, we are not going to wait until they bomb Abuja for us to wake up. Let us go to the real issues. Atiku can never be asking for P2B to be vice president, because Atiku himself has said it many times that P2B has all it takes to solve the problems of Nigeria. Why should we be going back?
So, I mean, going back to the question, you had said, you know, these mischievous people. Would you say that these mischievous people are from the People's Democratic Party, or those within the Labour Party who do not agree with the obedient movement?
You know, the Labour Party at this stage, we are not even sure who we are fighting. We just hope that the Nigerian people stay focused. You have a P2B who is running from Jos Bokos to Makurdi to wherever even where they will not let him go. We have already a president that is in motion. Someone like me, I've always told obedience that we are not going to sit down here until Nigerian people die before we say we're a credible opposition. We need to help the Bola Ahmed Tinubu government realize that they need to sit up and do the things they told Nigerians. And right now, they are not able to do those things. It is our duty to bring to the notice of Nigerians that the insecurity in Nigeria is killing people. We need to allow the government to take their responsibilities while we are waiting to be president in 2027. Whichever way they want it. Nigerians are tired. I'm sure you are tired, but you won't say it because of your profession.
Well, talking about the seemingly worrisome conversation around insecurity, which, I mean, since you've touched on it, we might as well go there. But permit me to drag us a bit, behind concerning these statements. I mean, Peter Obi had come out to say that the coalition he's looking for is a coalition that would, solve Nigeria's current situation. And many have wondered why he seems to be running away from a very critical conversation. That conversation is he still going to remain with the Labour Party ahead of the elections? Because it is believed that everyone who has been a staunch follower of Mr. Peter Obi would like to know where he stands. And maybe that's why the PDP have come out with that statement, quote and unquote, whether that's from them directly or not, to say that he's being offered the vice presidential role. So can you touch on this? Do you think it's high time Mr. Obi makes clear to Nigerians and his staunch followers where he stands ahead of 2027, and while he's also continuing to talk against the negative ills in the society?
We might have time to talk about this when they offer him presidency. We can't be discussing vice president. We have a president whom we know has all it takes to be president. One, Atiku is from the north. We have a southern presidency, gentlemen. Are you now saying that we are going to give the presidency back to the north? I don't understand your question. These questions should not even come up. So if Atiku is even dreaming of that, means he's going to be a saboteur, because he's aware of the Nigerian unwritten agreement of North and Southern presidency. So in the moment Atiku is telling Obi to come and be vice, means that President Ahmed Tinubu will continue, because the Southerners will not give the Northerners. And I'm still saying it, we are not even at this point as Nigerians supposed to be deliberating on these permutations. We need to talk about competence and credibility. We need to move the Nigerian state forward. Some of us who have lived abroad, it's funny for someone to be talking about a regional leadership. We should be talking about those that can solve our current problems.
Honorable
Governor Zulum of Borno is the commander-in-chief. Even if he doesn't have the military, I'm sure he has more local knowledge of the insecurity situation in Borno than any other person. And he is telling you as of today that terrorists are ganging up, and we're here talking about Northern and Southern or Atiku president. There is a president there who should do the job of keeping us safe on daily basis, gentlemen.
Honorable Asomchine, the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, recently said that Mr. Peter Obi cannot solve the crisis in Labour Party. That how do we even trust him to be able to handle issues like security issues like Boko Haram? How do you respond to that? And those that say, you know, his constant criticism of the policies, the marketing Nigeria.
How can we be talking about Akpabio's views? Akpabio he has to face Natasha. He has issues. Akpabio is said he's ready to do anything the president says. He has told us where he stands. We are the Nigerian people, for crying out. We are obedient. We want our country to be upright in the Committee of Nations. We have a Senate president who is not talking about checking the foreign ministries, foreign embassies if they've paid salaries. We should leave these guys in the National Assembly. Let us continue to look at how we can get our country right.
What if we
focus on the message? They are enjoying whatever good is there for them. They are not interested in me and you.
Okay, Honorable, what if we zoom in on the message and not the messenger? Let's ignore the messenger for a bit and look at the statements he made. There's a crisis in Labour Party, and he says this person can't even fix the crisis in Labour Party. What's Peter Obi doing to resolve the crisis in the Labour Party, or is it beyond him?
The Labour Party crisis is man-made. We know it's man-made. We are waiting for Peter Obi. Like I said, the obedient movement. We've gone into our local government, our wards. We are building a synergy like we took to the Labour Party. As soon as Peter Obi tells us, go to Party XYZ, you will see Nigerians across regional lines. We are not going to allow politicians rule us any longer. We will take the system. We've collected the system and we have it imbibed in the obedient structures. You know Dr. Tanko Inusa. You know the obedient general in the southeast. You know most of us in the north. We are no longer going to allow politicians to do what they did in 2023. We will be ready for them. Let Mr. Peter Obi tell us where we are headed. That's what we are waiting for.
Right. So you're saying that Mr. Peter will be telling you where you're headed might mean, are you inferring that it might mean exiting the Labour Party? And if that's an option, is that one that the obedient movement will be excited about?
We are excited with whatever solution Peter Obi sees is viable. And we trust our principle. Let me tell you people something. I lived in Belgium for 32 years today. I've attended EU meetings. I've seen leaders take decisions. We have very few leaders in Nigeria. And we've seen one in Peter Obi. We are following Peter Obi with our resources. That should tell you how committed we are. Nigerians across tribe, religion, they are craving for a Peter Obi's final direction. The Labour Party, of course, would have been the best option for Peter Obi. But where we are not sure of Abure and his cohorts, we won't give them any chances. So Peter Obi, we are glad that he is talking to everybody. You saw pictures of him and the president. That's what I have been begging him. I said, we can't be opposition where you are not meeting with the president. I am one of the happiest people, if I can tell you, that Peter Obi was able to shake hands with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And by tomorrow, we are still going to tell him what messages to pass to the president, because he's a sitting president, whether you like it or not. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a sitting president to 2027. The obedient network, we want to see a Peter Obi that is engaging the president on crucial issues that concerns all of us.
All right. I mean, you've spoken a lot about the obedient network, the obedient movement, but May I ask, what stops the obedient movement? Although we do hear a bit of rumors, maybe I should rephrase the question. Is it true that the obedient movement might be forming their own political party, looking at the fact that there are too many cracks on the wall in the Labour Party, and this could be a big hindrance to Peter Obi's success in 2027? So, is it true that there's going to be an obedient movement party very soon? You want to shed more light on that?
I think you might need to find Dr. Tanko Inusa and throw these questions to him. We are the obedience in the fields. We move from Nasarawa to Makodi to Borno. We are heading to the Mandara Hills. We obedience. You see, the obedience are in the military, they are in the police, they are everywhere. We have identified that the only solution to Nigeria's problem is to electing the right leader, the leader that will be in the crime scene at the point the crime has just taken place. We don't need leaders that will come days later. And Peter Obi has shown all these qualities. We don't need anybody to tell the obedient movement what it needs. Peter Obi should tell us, go to party XYZ. You will see what will happen.
Okay, what's the way forward for the Labour Party? There's been lots of internal divides, and whilst we know that this isn't peculiar to the Labour Party, we see that every other political party, the People's Democratic Party, the NNPP, they're all having their own struggles. But as an obedient, as a core member of the Labour Party, how do you think the Labour Party can forge ahead, from the division that it's currently facing? Are you open to a peaceful resolution with the Abure-led team, the Apapa-led team? Is that something that you see happening in the nearest future?
Let me just delve into this again. There was a convention at Nnewi that was not all inclusive. For months, we've asked for a proper convention that is the norm, that accommodates all interests. That never happened. Now we've gone to the extent of going to the Supreme Court, where the judgment again, it looks like Abure is not understanding that he has to go. I've always told the obedience that for Abure to be dancing till now, that somebody is beating the drums. And I'm sure that our principal knows exactly how to handle this Labour Party scenario. We are almost at the end of it because we will have to have a party soon and we'll have to mobilize ourselves. We are waiting for His Excellency Peter Obi to direct the obedient movement on where to throw our weights. And the obedient movement is a tsunami that is waiting.
So from what we've deduced from our discussions so far, and from the feelers you have on ground, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being very likely to happen, do you see your principal, Peter Obi, leaving the Labour Party?
I normally, in my way of doing things, don't speak for Peter Obi.
No, you're not speaking for him, but based on empirical evidence and information and intelligence you have.
I can't speak for Peter Obi.
That's why I gave you a number on a scale of 1 to 10.
Answer you in the near future. I'm very sure.
You're picking a figure, you're not speaking for him.
Studio. I'm sure he will answer you.
No, I just put it on a scale, 1 to 10. Is it likely going to happen or not? You're not speaking for him. You're just mentioning a figure.
Let me be honest. 50-50.
Okay.
What would you want?
What's a diplomatic
But what would you want? Would you want him to
I'm
leave?
trying to not speak for Peter Obi, and I'm trying to appeal to Mr. Abure to remember that when we are all in the creeks of the north and southern Nigeria, selling the hope, telling Nigerians we are those lights that never shined. If Abure will only look at my face and remember that I never came to his campaign organization to ask him for funding to campaign for Peter Obi, but he saw me in all the campaigns. he should know that there are Nigerians who are hungry for change. And whoever is beating the drums, he should stop dancing and go back to P2B and his group that did the magic. It is possible to do it again. That's what I will say to the Labour Party. For my boss, P2B, we are waiting and we are patiently waiting.
But are you not worried that the same Abure you've mentioned that is dancing to a sound of a drum has also come out to state that he's ready to expose your principle, that he has a lot in hand, and when he unleashes, as it were, the dragon, that maybe you wouldn't see your principle in the same light like you see him? Are you not worried about that?
I beg of him to please expose him today. P2B has a record that nobody can question. We all know that. How can Abure now be sounding this way? We politicians, we know what's going on.
What's going on?
Say to all of you,
what's going on?
You should just tell us the party is going. Let us see if Abure will be relevant.
What do you think is going on? Do you think Abure he's changed, like you said? It seems he's changed. What do you think made him change?
If you ask me, he came as unto me. And as a fearless Nigerian, I can tell you I'm fearless. I'm not afraid of what anybody will say tomorrow. I lived in Brussels, in Belgium for 32 years. I can tell you that I know that Abure is compromised. If he's not compromised, he should go to P2B and resolve the issues, whatever the issues are.
Okay. Also, now let's talk about the Labour Party, which became that party that was very popular amongst young people at the last elections. The Labour Party was that third force that many people didn't see coming. Do you believe that the Labour Party will still have this level of influence come 2027?
We have so much invested in the Papa Mama picking. I recall traveling in Jigawa State where I showed someone from the north. I said, if you look at this picture, what do you see? I asked him in the local, I said, the Papa, the Mama, the Yaro. Means look at the father, look at the mother, and look at the child. I said, this tells you already what P2B has in mind, that he wants to take care of the three and the family. And he agreed with me. He said, P2B is a name that when they wake up, they hear, they just feel good about it. So it was easy to sell P2B in the north. Abure is a spoiler. That's what I call him. Why don't you exit the Labour Party chairmanship and give it to a fresh guy and take a back seat? Whatever you want to do outside being the chairman of Labour Party, you might get it. P2B and co said, listen, let us have a change of leadership. You are part of us. I'm not even I don't have any position in Labour Party. I don't care. We just want to see a Nigeria that works. And those that are marrying the success of Labour Party know that this is a threat. And I'm not going to come on TV to tutor Abure on what he's doing. We know what's in his cohort. The National Organizing Secretary, the youth leader, they are one gang. What do they want from the Nigerian people? We have spent our money to build Labour Party. It is not only P2B that built Labour Party. I raised the office in Adamawa State for Labour Party. I seated here. I left my job and went and inaugurated that office in Adamawa. It still is standing there. So we all work for the good of Nigeria. I'm not from Yola, but I'm born there. So I see Yola as my home. Nigerians have grown up, outside this religious and tribal brouhaha. I speak Hausa fluently. I was born in Yola. I went to Federal Government College, Sokoto. I went to uni just before I exited the country. And I'm from Anambra State. So we are no longer talking about North, South, and all these divides. We were born after the war. I don't have beer grudges for any Nigerian. I'm in Makurdi today, I'm in Jos tomorrow. We don't have any differences any longer. People like Abure are just, spoilers.
All right. Anyway.
I mean, just before we wrap the conversation up, it feels like we're talking about Abure. Does Apapa come into the conversation at any point?
I mean, he's a factional chairman of the Labour Party.
That these guys are, let me call them mosquitoes. They won't go. Even if you spray insecticide, they will come from another angle. I am sorry for Peter Obi. This man, sometimes I pity Peter Obi when I watch him. His demeanor is very relaxed, but he knows what role you're playing. We have a man that everybody that is against the good of Nigerians is doing what they can to stop him. But we, the Nigerian people, will say no. We are saying no already, gentlemen. And we have to continue to say no. Both the Nigerians in diaspora and those here, we are united in wanting a president that can go to the world and make us proud. And that's Peter Obi.
All right, Honorable Ikenna Azonchine, thank you very much.